Thank you.
Thank you for your time this afternoon. My name is Russ Hunt. At the October 14th board meeting, the board was presented with a review of the district's new digital citizenship website. This is a great site and certainly sets the standards for the district. In that review, which was wonderful, Ms. Holden, I think that was her name, from the Instructional Technology Department, stated that the intent of the digital citizenship website was to inform and educate students, parents, and employees about online safety and responsible online behavior. This spurred a comment from Ms. Stewart that the district does not have a social media policy for employees, and she requested to what extent the district's code of ethics covered the teacher-to-student relationship in social media. While social media teacher-to-student contact may not be expressly covered, the code does cover items such as honesty and professional conduct. All parents expect those to be vigorously enforced by the board. Furthermore, the district has in place policies covering bullying, cyberstalking, and digital citizenship. Again, while there might not be a formally adopted policy, in practice, here's what Hillsborough County middle schools are doing in one slice of the social media landscape. In October, we reviewed 30 middle school Twitter accounts. Each had between 0 and 99 accounts that they were following. In large part, these schools followed other schools, administrators, and the like. None followed the accounts of children. That's a pretty good result and mirrors what the standard that other school districts have formally adopted into policies. On September 19th, 2014, a Friday evening, a Hillsborough County middle school Twitter account followed our daughter's Twitter account. She immediately sent us a text that this occurred and expressed to us that this was creepy, her words, and that she felt intimidated. She took a screenshot showing the school following her account and then blocked the school as a follower. We promptly reported this incident to the school's principal. We were told by the principal that the school's Twitter account often gets hacked and that this was to explain as to why this happened. This raised even more concern for us, and we sent numerous emails asking for further explanation, who did this and why. We also relayed numerous times that our daughter felt intimidated by this action. Finally, on October 8th, we received an email from the principal stating that she was responsible for the Twitter account and that if this had happened, then it was advertent, and that the school was not following her any longer. This is the extent of the response and the information the principal and the district were willing to provide us. First, this is not an if, it did happen. Secondly, in no way could following our daughter have been inadvertent. Our daughter's Twitter account does not use your given name, so finding this child to follow would have required the principal of the school to actively seek her, not inadvertent. Lastly, and this is an important nuance, our daughter blocked the school. The school did not voluntarily unfollow her. All this is even more concerning, given that during this time, our relationship with the school and the district was particularly contentious relating to our son and his IEP. The principal of a school cyberstalking the sister of a student going through a contentious IEP is very troubling. Everything I've just said regarding this social media incident, I and my wife have already relayed to Superintendent Ilya, board members Griffin, Valdez, and Stewart, as well as other district personnel, by copying you on emails and correspondences. Additionally, my wife and I called Ms. Griffin on October 13th, Ms. Stewart, Ms. Valdez, and Mr. Gaffney on October 15th to discuss this matter and our concerns. We've not received a single reply from any of these individuals. However, we did receive a reply from the school district's attorney, even though we had not utilized legal counsel for this matter. She communicated to me that the district's position is that the principal's response, if she was followed, it was inadvertent, was the extent of the response and information the school and the district were willing to provide. She also stated that if we felt further action was required, that she suggested we consult an attorney. We don't feel that we or any other parent should be required to hire an attorney to get unqualified simple answers to simple questions. It's extremely concerning that the board condones and supports a principal or any administrator not being straightforward and honest to a parent regarding legitimate concerns about social media involving the school. Remember, we were initially told that the account had been hacked. If this had been an innocent and inadvertent action, why the cover-up? It is equally concerning that the board condones and supports a principal hiding behind the identity of a Hillsborough County middle school to seek out a child's Twitter account and to follow her activity. Principals are entrusted with the care and education of hundreds of children every day and are rightly held to a high standard. These actions are not exemplary of good digital citizenship, nor do these actions comply with the district's code of ethics. The board's administration's collective attitude and approach to enforcing proper social media conduct is dangerous. So when the board finally gets around to writing and adopting policies regarding proper social media conduct for employees, please remember that at the very minimum, the existing code of ethics must apply. And if you wouldn't do it in real life, don't do it in line is of the utmost importance. Thank you.